guys, welcome to our 3-month challenge. Today is a core day and I'm going to be going over all the moves in today's challenge as well as alternative moves or modifications. And if you haven't joined us already, I know we're about halfway through, but it is still not too late. We have about 6 weeks left and there's still absolutely enough time to feel and see some progress. So if you haven't joined us already, head to the description box below to get a promo code for 1 month free to the FitBody app, which is where this challenge is at. All right, so move number 1 in today's core challenge is going to be getting your heart rate up. So we're gonna be doing jumping jacks. Remember to keep that chest up. Don't let your knees cave in. Be sure that they're staying out. In terms of modifications and alternatives, you want to think of what other move is going to achieve the same thing for me. So since this move is for getting your heart rate up, any other move that gets your heart rate up, whether it's just running in place or butt kickers, running a bit more quickly, or if you want something that's a bit lower impact, you can do like a modified jumping jack. So instead of like this, you can just step out and then you squat down and then step out to the side. So that is another alternative. All right, move number 2 is going to be a decline bent leg reach. So this is where you need a platform or a chair. So it's a bit funny to get into this position, but you pretty much want your legs to be at a 90-degree angle. So you want to be really close to the platform. Hi, Rigatoni. And then remember, with all core moves on the ground, you want your back to be not arched, but completely flat to the ground. And that is going to internally rotate your pelvis a bit, shorten that space in between your rib cage and your pelvis. All right, so what you're going to do is reach up towards your feet as much as you can. You don't need to touch your feet. If you can, great, but you don't need to. And then come back to the starting position, 1 vertebra at a time. So reach up, then slowly lower yourself. Okay, so if you can pause at the peak, that would be great because that will allow you to further really engage your core. Just like that, pause and go back to the start. So I actually really like this move for beginners because having your legs up on the platform takes away any stress from your legs or your hip flexors. You can even drag your heels into the platform to kind of help you through the move. So this is a really great move for beginners. But if you want an alternative, then another option is to just do a regular sit-up, but I want you to focus on sliding your hands up your knees and then get to where your palms are just off your knees and pause and then return to the starting position. Remember, keep that back flat, just like that. As far as your breathing, you always want to exhale on the hard part. So that would be here, and then inhale. So same thing when your legs are up, exhale and inhale when you go back down. All right, so the next move is going to be a leg raise. So, Rigatoni, can you lay down? Oh, good boy. Are you gonna do leg raises with me? Okay, ready? You know how to do these, right? So back not arched, flat to the ground, and you can put your hands underneath your bottom to help you stabilize. Oh, and honestly, guys, from Monday's legs and glutes, my hamstrings are still so tight. I'm sure some of you are in the same position as I am, so I typically want you to try to straighten your knees as much as you can, but if your hamstrings are sore, it's totally okay to have them a little bit, okay? So, all right, you're going to lower. Remember, keep that back flat to the ground, and then raise them back up. And I want you to slow down this move to ensure that you're not just swinging up and down like this, because then you're gonna lose control. And do you see my lower back? It keeps arching up off of the ground, and that's not what you want to do. So an alternative for the leg raise would be to do it 1 leg at a time. So you're keeping that leg up. Again, normally, guys, I would have you keep this leg straight, but my hamstrings are so sore, they can only get so straight right now. So you're going to lower 1, bring it back up, lower the other, bring it back up, and be sure that you're keeping your back flat throughout that move as well. All right, move number 4 is a lying windshield wiper. So this one, you're actually gonna be up on your elbows, and you are going to lower your legs to one side, bring them back up, really use your obliques, and then lower to the other side. And you are gonna be using your elbows a bit in terms of balance when you are shifting. You just don't want your upper body to be shifting too much, so try to keep your upper body stable. Now for an alternative, hi Rigatoni, come over here. So for an alternative, we are going to actually be on the ground. And then instead of having your legs straight out, you're gonna have them bent, sorry Rigatoni, and then you are just going to drop to the side. In this move, your torso is lifting up a bit more off the ground, but that's okay. Just really focus on using your obliques to power you through this move. Just like that. All right, I don't want to hit you, Rigatoni. Okay, hi. So move number 5 is going to be a reverse sit-up dumbbell pass. So this is actually a really hard move. So I'm going to show you what it is like, and then I'm going to show you the alternative. So if you don't know what a reverse sit-up is, it would be this, okay? And an assisted reverse sit-up, which is a little bit easier, would be this. So it's a bit easier since you're using your hands behind you. And in this move, you're gonna do it with a dumbbell, and then you're gonna be passing that dumbbell through your legs. So start together, you go back, and then pass through your legs. All right, so pretty killer move. Be sure that when you're doing it, you're keeping your chest up and you're not rounding your back over. And then as far as the alternative, we're just gonna do a regular assisted reverse sit-up. So we're gonna drop the weight, and then you're gonna have your hands behind you. Be sure your chest isn't sunken in, okay? Knees up to your chest, and then lower both your legs and your upper body, just like that. And again, this is, even that one, to be totally honest, is a pretty tough move for people that have hip flexor issues. So if this does aggravate your hip flexors, I would completely swap this move. So instead, I want you to do side to side toe reaches and just really, really focus on engaging your core. So if you need to pause, and really, this move is actually, it's pretty quick. It goes like this, but of course you can slow it down to really engage your core. But as far as breathing, you're just breathing throughout. So there isn't a clear point where you're inhaling, exhaling. It's just you're inhaling and exhaling throughout the entire move. So, all right guys, that is it for today's challenge. Head to your FitBody app to complete your workout for the day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.